General Milton Burt. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody is starting their Monday on purpose. It is so easy sometimes to get started without direction. And this morning, I want to kick off with this is that if you do not start with a purpose, if you do not start with a target, it is hard to land anywhere. And so, welcome everybody to the call this morning. If you are new to the company, if you are new to Think Plus and you're wondering what is this call, I know I was on with a bunch of folks from Texas yesterday, some folks from New Jersey, and some of the new advisors are here this morning. Welcome to this call. This is our Monday morning Mojo call. We understand that most people get up every Monday, they go to work, and there is no one there to not just encourage them, but to show them that they can be successful in everything they do. You go if you own a company and you're a CEO, you don't have somebody there to let you know that there is opportunity in front of you and all things can truly be accomplished with the right team around you. So we are a community that not only wants to encourage you, but to let you know that what is possible. We are here in Think Plus. We have a vehicle that we believe and we all know that can help people have financial independence. And we just want to guide you. And so, most of the time, you got to pay thousands and tens of thousands of dollars for coaching. I've paid for coaches. I've also been a coach, and here in at the Monday Morning Mojo call, you get access to people that have made millions of dollars in this industry, and you get it at no cost. All you got to do is wake up. And so, good morning, everybody, to my co-host. Good morning, Kirk Aran, Big John, Milton.
Good
Talk
morning,
to me.
Jules.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. We're back at it again, Monday morning live. Guys, to this morning, just so everybody knows, we are streaming on our YouTube channel this morning, and I'm streaming on Facebook. This is our first test of that, so we're just letting people know that look, there's greatness that we can share around the world, and I'm excited this morning. It's a new day, and I want to start off with this is that really because most people who are new on the call, they just got into the business and they are like, okay, they're new entrepreneurs, right? I want you to share a little bit a part of your pattern. Like, what does your day look like? Somebody asked me that last night on a call. They said, "Well, Julius, what does the day look like?" And we talked a little about just setting time to build their business. But I'd love for each of you to just share really quick, and then kind of we can kick off our call. Is how do you start your morning? Like, what does it look like? Kirk,
Yeah,
can you
hey
kind of
Joe.
share that? Oh, go
I
ahead, John.
yeah, I want to take that one. I was on a Zoom yesterday. As well, we know I believe everybody in the company knows who Bella Wurzberger is, right? Bella's just a master builder in this business, and she did a Zoom training yesterday talking about the nuggets, the crux of the business, how to get new people started, where they could possibly go to in this business. And it was, I'll tell you what, it excited me. We had Brendan, Bella, Ed Kenny. I spoke for a few minutes, but it's about the new people that Bella's bringing into her business. And she's a master communicator to her team, right? Basically holding everybody's hands. But the message from Bella Wurzberger yesterday was basically you're in business for yourself. You're never on her team in business by yourself. So we talked for a while about mastering the basics, right? Writing the big list, writing everything down, pen and paper, right? And then mastering the basics of the invitation, not explaining the business, not wasting your time because that will never duplicate. So really it's about writing a big list, something I'm starting to do today. Again, going through my list, adding more names, connecting with 30 people via text today. Hey, Joe, give me a call ASAP. Thanks, Big John. And then when that person gets me on the phone, I'm going to say, hey, man, we're involved in the company that's exploding right now. We're on a rocket ship. Are you open-minded to taking a look at an extremely lucrative opportunity? And I'm just going to go through the numbers, right? I'm just going to share that video. I'm never going to waste time explaining this business to somebody, right? I'm just going to share a video. When that person has the 10 minutes of time to watch a 5-minute video and get on the phone with me and somebody else to edify the company, then it's a simple yes or no. Are you ready to go? If not, just be my customer. See, what we lack in skills, we make up for in numbers. But listen, we're all sitting on a gold mine here. This thing is it's just starting to ramp up. We've had a lot of obstacles for the last 2 years. And the people that stuck with it, now it's your time to shine. So that's my little start off the Monday
No,
call. Is I
thanks,
folk
John.
yeah.
That's it. That's it. And that's the big foundation, right? The foundation of this. Hey, Kirk, I got and guys, we haven't officially renamed Kirk like he's like the silent assassin or something. I mean, he's the master of follow up, Kirk but I could just those of you who don't know Kirk Array, I just I got to talk about him because when I tell you, if you don't know anything else about this business, when you talk about the master of follow up and he's quiet, the next thing you know he's popping partner, and next thing you know he's popping levels. But Kirk, I would love you to take a minute to just talk about how you start your day, but you truly are a master at follow up. And I would love you to just share a nugget this morning with new people who may have they build a big list. They listen to John, they listen to Bella, they build the list, but then there's this level of follow up and patience and just consistency that you bring that you've built as a top leader in this company. Can you share a little bit about that?
Sure. Good morning, first of all, down here in
Good
Florida.
morning, brother. Good morning, brother.
I actually think I'm starting to get allergies. I don't know. But anyways, back to your question. First off, I want to feed off what John said before we hit that question, if you don't mind. There are people that are still working and they have limited time. And just to segue off of what he said, is you find these pockets of time throughout your day, whether it's a lunch break, a coffee break, on your travel to and from work, whatever windows of time you have, or if you have a busy home life, you have to set business hours for your business at home. You have to make some sort of commitment. I'd love to say you wing it until something happens, but you're gonna wing it for a long time. You have to have a sense of urgency, and then with the follow up, after you plant the seed with people, understand everybody doesn't come in on your timeline, they come in on their timeline. So you want to be respectful of that. And each situation is different, Julius, but what I always say is, speak and treat people the way you would want to be treated. And I'm not ever gonna hound somebody every day. Are you ready to get started? Or, let's go, and push them because you're just gonna push them away. So, you have to be real with people. You have to be their friend, number one, not just out to recruit people. It's not a numbers game in that sense because we can talk everybody into this business, but if they don't do anything, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, I follow up with people. There's a system. It's hard to answer because each individual is different. It depends on their life more than my life. I mean, I'm doing this full time, so certainly I have a bit of an advantage over most of the people doing this business because they're doing this part time. But I started part time. I think we all started part time. I still had a job. So back in those days, all those pockets of free time, it's funny that we're talking about this because I just brought this up with my friends last night. I said, I don't really watch football anymore because I realized how much time I was wasting on a Sunday. I mean, I was locked down from noon until night. And back then I loved it, but you look back at it and you realize how much time you wasted. watching the TV. I can find out what the scores are later. And, honestly, I realized that I just lost interest in that. I was so committed to football. I'd have the Super Bowl party at my house. I mean, everything, playoffs. We had a fantasy football pick, big party at I mean, we did all that stuff. And I look back at how much time was wasted. Was it fun? It was. But, in life, you have to make a decision. Look at where you're at in life and where you want to go and figure it out. For me, I decided to shed a lot of that stuff that was time wasting, stopped watching a lot of TV, and, you know, uh, I actually stopped doing a lot of things that I even enjoyed for a while because I think somebody said it last night or I heard it recently. Anyways, there's a price to pay. There's a sacrifice. Like your son, we talk about your son all the time on this call, but the sacrifice that he's making for his dream is incredible. You have to give up things that you enjoy. He's not going and shooting hoops or, playing video games or doing the things that he loves. He's focused on his career right now. And there's a price you pay to go where you want to go. And, there's many people on here that are just looking for an extra stream of income. That's what I was looking for. But what I realized is I don't have a college education. I had never made six figures in a year in my life until I started in network marketing. So I realized that this was a real vehicle to change my life, and that's what I used it for. I got laser focused, dialed in, shed all of the extra activities that were in my life, stopped watching TV, stopped wasting time, and just went all in and, put the hammer down. If somebody called me and said I got a meeting, my wife and I might sit down to relax for a minute, and all of a sudden I'm flipping the recliner down, and my wife would be like, "Where are you going?" I got a meeting, and I was out the door going to do a meeting. You know, you got to go when people are hungry or interested. And, again, it's not always convenient, but following up with people, Julius, it's really, there's no real straight answer to that. It's really the situation. What I would tell everybody on here is I think we start talking to so many people, you forget to write them down or whatever the case may be. So you got to have some sort of system. I think the system I have probably wouldn't work for most people because it's unconventional in every way, but it works for me. And it's simply reaching out to somebody, and then if I don't get to follow up with them right away, I just leave my messages unread on my phone, and that's my follow-up list. That's how I do it. Or on Facebook, I leave the message unread, or on LinkedIn, it's unread until I follow back up with them. So that's one of the ways I follow up with people, and I just consider their life, what they do, and how often I should do that. So but you have to have urgency in your voice when you are following up with people and letting them know what's going on, like what John just went over.
The
Thanks for
general.
that, Kurt. Because I think people just need to understand that we're all, you know, almost like you need to have your list so big that it overwhelms you, right? And I know that's really a big part of it. And I want to talk about posture, and I'm going to, we don't talk enough about posture, and I think the general not only he's building a business. Milton understands that there's a posture, and that posture is urgency, and that posture is a 911 emergency. Hey, General, can you talk a little bit about the importance of posture, like having the posture of a business person? Because people, if you treat it like a hobby, guys, look, I'm a shrewd business guy. Somebody comes to me and you're not sure of what you have, I don't believe you, you know. And I used to always say, people explain stuff to me in a business, I'd be like, all right, I always say, and the so what is, right? Because I'm like, if you're not confident in what you're delivering, if you don't have the posture to share your business with confidence, why do you think somebody like me or John or Kirk would get in your business? So Milton, can you share a little bit about that? Because you naturally share your business with posture. If they don't come ready, it's not they don't get your time. So, General, good morning to you.
Great AM, how you doing?
Oh, ready to go, man. Ready to go.
Awesome, awesome. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, first and foremost, I definitely want to give it back to yourself, as well as Big John, as well as Kirk, as well as just all the leaders that's on here. Definitely excited to be here. But to talk about posture, that's very important. And everything you all hit on was crucial because it just confirmed everything that I talked about with our leaders yesterday, because we have a senior and director call we have now every Sunday, and every single thing from what John said, from what you said, from what Kirk said, is just right on point from what you all shared with the team, what Bella said. And it's all about, of course, not just the numbers, but being consistent with those numbers, because those numbers are very important. Because the thing is this, as I make sure this phone is on do not disturb so these messages don't come through. What's important with that is that not only that you go through the numbers and that you have a number, you got to have a number. You know, we have a number because I believe it's a recipe to success, especially when you want a certain type of momentum, but that you show your team that you're going through the numbers as well. Because a lot of people will tell their team that they're doing this and they're doing that and they're doing their number. Let's say their number is 20 a week or 50 a week, whatever that magic number is for you and your team, but you're not actually showing your team that you're going through the numbers and how you're going through the numbers. So I believe that's very important, because then you can hold the team accountable so that you won't be disqualified by not doing what you're preaching, because we know how this industry works. People only do what you say. People only do what you do. They never do what you say. So I believe that's very important. But to talk about posture, it's just very crucial because, again, people can sense when you have that type of, when you have confidence, when you have that type of posture, that it's no question about whether or not we're going to win. In our head, we've already won. It's already done. In our head, we were already partners before we started. We were already regional directors before we started. We were already senior directors before it started. We just had to go ahead and walk this thing out. So when you have that type of posture and you can tell your people with confidence, and you have your own system set up, like many of us have as leaders, so many systems set up and so many ranks popping after rank, it's just, it becomes contagious. So you start to attract people who have that posture. You start to help other people develop that type of posture and faith. But yes, it definitely is very important, because you cannot attract other confident people if you are not confident. And before I do any project, I already know that, we're going to be successful, and we're already successful. We just got to put the work in. And I always treat every business that I've ever done as a multi-million dollar business. And that's the type of language I'm speaking with my prospects. I'm not speaking no small ball stuff. I'm not speaking none of that. I'm talking about, we're about to build a multi-million dollar business. Are you ready to rock and roll? Or I may tell them, hey, we ready to do this. This is what we need to do. And we get it done. So everything you all are hitting on point. And when you are hitting your number every week, every day, whatever number you have or your team has, and you're holding everyone accountable to doing it, especially the leaders, then you can hold their leaders accountable, which we're doing now, setting up our own call for regionals and stuff. Even if their number may not be what our numbers are, it could be half of it. So it's just all about setting up systems and posture and urgency and consistency. And when you get that down pat, you'll be exposing thousands of people to your business weekly, monthly, and it's just that simple.
Milton, I got a question for you, brother. You wake up on a Monday morning, you go hard, like you roll really hard. You have that 911 emergency because in this business, success loves speed. Listen, there's a lot of people out there, they go after one or two people a week. And you know what? They might get lucky. They might get lucky. They might hit an ace. They might flip an ace. They might flip a Milton Burt, a Julius Weems, a Bella Wurzberger, a Kirk Coran. But talk about what you do on a Monday when you reset. Like your list is always growing, like my list, because there's diamonds out there looking for an opportunity. And what are we doing, Milt? We're giving people the guaranteed savings backed by the state they live in. It don't cost them nothing. We're giving away a gift. We're giving away a gift card that could be 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, depending on the size of that individual's house over 20 years. So how do you start off a Monday morning growing a big team and constantly keep recruiting?
I started off, of course, after thanking God for waking up and dropping down, doing my push-ups and my workouts that I do. And I'm starting to be real consistent about that because I'm very excited. I kick it off going through that list, and I have a number that I have to hit every week. And more than likely, I get that done the first day because the way our organization is growing really, really fast. And I have to hurry up and get my numbers out the way because I used to do it like five, whatever the number was. Let's say 5 a day, 10 a day, 20 a day at one point, 30 a day at one point. But I've actually scaled back that number because I understand how important it is to, again, make sure whether it's 35, 30, whatever that number is that I plan to do, make sure number one, that it's people with influence, people with of course a great work ethic, and also just make sure that I'm staying true to that number so that I can start holding my leaders accountable to hurry it up and getting theirs done, and then I can work with the masses because again, like I said, I'm in a different type of season. Yesterday was actually a real special day for me. I didn't get to make a post, but it was the my 10-year anniversary of network marketing. I joined network marketing January 26th, 2015, my first company that I met many of you in. And it's a very special day for a couple of reasons because not only did I join network marketing, this industry changed my life forever, but because, of course, we all know my favorite winner of all time, especially outside of members of my family and people that know personally close, he passed away yesterday. And it was a day that I'll never forget. And it was crazy because one of my sponsors in another company, Miss Slace, who you all know, she was watching, I guess it was a Kobe CNN special that was on yesterday, and she said she just thought about me when she was watching it because of course how big of a fan I was of his work ethic and him and just my mentality. But again, right now I have shifted my mindset. Again, my mindset used to be get up, do 30 a day, 40 a day. That's not my mindset no more. My mindset is a number that I have agreed on with my leaders to do, get it done that first day. After it's done, it only take me 40 minutes because again, I'm not wasting time with people. I'm like Kirk and the rest of you all. I'm not sitting here trying to, get full follow throughs, all that stuff. I'm sitting here leaving an audio or a message or a call. This is what's going on. This is the type of money we're gonna make, and this is how we're gonna get it done. It's already done. I got the systems in place. I got everything in place. You ready to rock and roll? Yes or no? By the time that person responds, I've already hit 10 more people. So again, they're going to respond back because I've mastered energy, I've mastered sense of urgency, and I've been building for a while and have a proven track record of success. So people know if I say we're about to make money, we're about to make money. And they know the type of systems I'm coming with to make it easy for them. So again, I've scaled back my number because it's more important that yeah, I can go hit 50 a week or 50 a day, but if I can get 10 other people to hit their 50 that day and then get their leaders to do it, and we have about 2,000 people in the organization, we can get a lot further. And also, I need to make sure I go back and make sure that we have people who are new coming in, making sure that their people are also following the system and me connecting with them and reaching down to see also what diamonds are still in the organization that I may not even know, who may have joined when it was free enrollment, who may have joined it and not got stuff done. So I have a lot of different methods to my madness, but the main thing I would say is making sure whatever number I agree on doing, I get that done the first day of the week so I can breathe. So I don't have to think about, oh man, I got to do this every single day. My number is done the first day of the week. Because again, we have our calls now every Sunday and now every Monday, and we have homework. So I'm giving my team, you're going to get homework because I need to know who is going to be really serious so I know who I'm giving my time to. So it's just a lot of different things that I've implemented in my business now that I'm doing a whole lot different than I did in the past. But again, that also comes with experience. So I don't have to reach out to the amount of people that someone new in the industry may have to reach out to get 10. Like as you have experience in this industry, you get better, you get more creative with your language and more bold. It may take an average person to go reach out to 20 and they may only be able to get two. But you may be a person because of your experience, you may reach out to 10 and get eight. So my numbers don't have to be as big as they used to be, or maybe someone else. But my focus is developing leaders more than anything right now. That is the focus, because that's how you multiply. That's how you build a multi-million-dollar business versus what I've been doing in the past.
Well,
Look,
thank you,
brother,
Milton.
brother, you hit that, and Milton, I got to see you back then in 2015, for 2015,
Yes, sir.
and I just want you to know I have so much respect for how you're building now and what you're building and who you are. And so, um, this nugget, I'm gonna turn it over to Big John. You just got a training, everybody. You got Big John told you about building a list. Kirk just walked you through follow up, and Milton just told you about posture. And all I want you to understand is that in my favorite book, it talks about systems, and systems don't have emotions. Systems don't care if you're tired. Systems just work to make sure they deliver you a result. And I want you to understand this morning for all our new people is that systems by following, big Milton talked about the systems, making the calls, building the list. The systems will make sure you have a check every week. And that's what I talk to my team about. Get a check every week. If you get a check every single week, you know that you're following the system because the system will never fail you. It don't care about how you feel today. It don't get tired, but just by doing the activity no matter what. And that is the biggest part of if you're new on a call today, you just got nuggets from people who have made, man, cumulative. I don't know how much we done made a little bit of money in the industry, but you're talking about, multi-million dollar leaders just giving you the system for free. And when you walk out the door to your job, they may not have a system for you like this. You won't have multi-million dollar leaders doing that. And I want to say that, and we don't say this on the call enough, because I just want you guys to respect the leaders here. Big John, top of the company, his previous company, top of this company. Kirk, top of his previous company, top of this company. Me, top of the company. Milton, top of the company. Right? You have people feeding into you, and I don't want anybody to take it lightly. When I see leaders like Bella, top of companies, top multi-million dollar leaders feeding into you on a Monday morning. That is how you start your day. That is how champions start. They don't give excuses. They don't have reasons. They show up. And so I just want to thank my leaders, my partners, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And it means a lot to me because I know how many people will never get this kind of support and leadership. And in network marketing, with all due, I love the industry, guys, but there is no other industry where people can get this kind of coaching, mentorship, and support for free.
Hey, Jewel.
Nowhere, nowhere.
Hey, Jewel, I want to hear from Bella Wurzberger, right? Here's a woman that was Jim Rohn's business partner for 15 years, the best man
Wow.
to ever live, and she was a top realtor in New York City, in Brooklyn, right? Selling multi-million dollar, houses, co-ops. And this woman, like you said, you find a busy person that sees this opportunity. They will seize this opportunity, if you know what I'm saying. Bella Wurzberger, come on and say hello to everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Big John. Good
Hey,
morning,
good morning.
Julius. Good morning, Kirk. Good morning, Milton. I enjoyed listening to each and every one of you. I'm not a morning person, but you know what? I got up this morning and I said, I am getting on a Mojo call no matter what. I love these calls. They're great. And it gets me so excited, up and running. John, you were talking about the training yesterday, but it's so simple. That's really just following the system, just like Milton was saying. We have a system. And if we just follow the system and teach all our people to follow a system, and it doesn't matter how busy you are, just like you were saying now, John, we have so many busy people on our team. I have to tell you that 99% of our team have never been in network marketing before. They're all new to this entire idea of network marketing. Number one. And number two, 99% of my team are all very, very part timers or even spare timers. And a lot of them don't even have technology. And so, John, you're so right. Busy people get things done. They find little pockets in the day, like Kirk was saying. and just they learn and in school all day or whatever you want to call it, yeshiva, and then they busy mothers, busy fathers. They just find their time in the day when they want to really work this business, set themselves up a little bit of time every day, and they make things happen. Just having a goal. Now we're all racing to Cancun. So this is the name we start our day off. Okay, guys, we're racing to Cancun. Only 5 days left for the first round. Let's go. And so this is the drive they see every single day while building our team and motivation. Just having a goal in front of you, setting these little goals, and this is what helps the entire team. They live on it. They thrive on it.
Well, Bella, you're an amazing leader. I take a lot out of what you and your team does, and something you and Milton and Julius and Kirk have in common, right? Uh, is that you're communicators on a daily basis with your team chats, with everybody welcoming new people into your business, your community. That's the key, right? Is to hold people's hands early and show them early success. Because you'll always hear me say, there's only two reasons somebody wouldn't do this business or follow through. Number one, they can't see where they're going. They can't see that in 3 years they could be making 10, 20, 30, or $50,000 a month. They don't have the vision. And it's no slight against them. It's up to us to give them that vision if they so choose to pursue this opportunity. And number two, self-belief. They don't want to put themselves out there. They're afraid of failing. They're afraid of their brother-in-law or their sister-in-law or their neighbor, what they're going to think of them. If you have that mindset, throw it out the window unless that person's paying your bills. I don't listen to what anybody says unless they're giving me positive direction. See, I know where I'm going with this. The question is, how many people am I going to take with me? I can never, ever want this opportunity more for an individual than that individual wants for themselves. Show me somebody that's hungry. Show me somebody that's coachable, and I'll show you $1 million earner in 4 years in this company. Kirk, Julius, Milton, Bella, how about one nugget, real quick, 30-second nugget for everybody to start their week off with? Let's start with you, Kirk.
I've got two quick nuggets because I had something to say, but my two nuggets are this. Number one, we have people on here that have been in for, the company's coming up on our 2-year anniversary, and they may not be where they want to be, and they have to answer for themselves whether they're putting in the work. But if you're taking action and things aren't going right, stop doing what you're doing and reach out to your upline or another leader that you connect with and see what's going wrong for you. Don't keep doing it wrong and then quit. Stop doing what you're doing and figure it out because it's a simple business, but it's not cut and dry that you just keep going and then eventually something happens. I mean, if something's not happening now, stop doing what you're doing and figure it out. Don't keep doing it wrong. And then the other thing I wanted to say is, those of us that have been in for a while, there's ups and downs in the markets, right? There's times when the rates are good and when the rates aren't as competitive. But community solar is a guaranteed savings across the board, and that's going nationwide at some point. So my message is this: right now, in New Jersey, they have this 20% discount, which my guess is it's not going to last 3 to 6 months at 20%. So those of you that are been in the business, go in your back office and see how big your team is in New Jersey and start reaching out to people and maybe letting people unplug. People started and stopped, and if they know what's going on, they might get going again. Don't burn up a lot of time trying to put, re reignite somebody because it generally doesn't work. But reach out, let them know, and take that area code list that we've shared over and over again, and go through the area codes in New Jersey. This 20% discount every month for 20 years and its consolidated billing is absolutely incredible. And I highly encourage people to put some effort into the state of New Jersey right now. That's my two nuggets, John.
Julius, how about a nugget from you, Julius?
Real quick, I just want everybody to know that God doesn't make mistakes. You were here on this call this morning for a reason. It doesn't matter if you've been in our business for a year or you joined yesterday, that God put you here. It only takes a second for things to change. And so let this be your change. Let this be your moment where you say, I'm going to build a business that's going to pay me every week. I'm going to build a community and I'm going to be with the right people. And just know that faith without work is dead. And so take that vision and go forward, follow the system, and be blessed today and know that you are here on purpose. Thank you.
Milton, nugget.
Man, those were great nuggets by Kirk and Julius. Man, I love it. What you said, Kirk, you said, man, don't keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And I love that. And I love what you said, Julius, as well. Nothing happens by accident. My nugget would be because this year it's all about leadership. It's like I said, because one thing I understand is that this is all about leadership. That's really all it's about. So I'm real big on leader development more than I've ever been in my entire 10 years. But again, one nugget I would give everyone would be of course, work on your leadership skills. Become a leader as quickly as possible. A leader is someone who goes out and does what is needed to be done. Like all the leaders you see on here, they're doing their own presentations. They're creating their own meetings. They're creating their own contests. They know how to present. They know how to do everything in this business that they need to know how to do. But then after that, they go out and develop other leaders as quickly as possible. That would be my nugget to everyone, to make sure you're working on your leadership skills so that again you don't become disqualified because you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and so that you can not only tell people the way but you can show them the way, and then develop other leaders as quickly as possible, because then you will no longer be adding to your business. You will be multiplying in your business and you will see that compound effect. So that would be my nugget. And then last but not least, I'll leave you all with this. I was studying Eric Ward and a lot of other leaders that I study on a daily basis. And he was talking about how all the multi-million dollar earners that may be in this industry, think about this. He said they have thousands of people coming into their organization, right? Hundreds of thousands, some of them. And a lot of times when we have people coming into our organization, we think that, everyone's supposed to be on fire, and we get discouraged at times. Or a lot of people who's new to this industry, they may get discouraged and say, man, I got 2,000 people in. I had 1,000 people come in on free enrollment. I had this, I had that. And only this amount of people are doing something. I must be doing something wrong. That's not always the case. We all understand that, of course, this is a numbers game. But what we have to understand is that most of your mega multi-million dollar earners, seven-figure, eight-figure earners, and you all can think about this, how many leaders do you think that they have in their organization? This was the question that Eric Ward posed. And people were guessing. Some people were saying 100, 150, this, that. And he said, nope, nope. He said 20 leaders. And one thing I was always taught is that it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So if I know that 20 leaders, or maybe less, it could be 10, it could be 15 for someone, but the average would be about 20 leaders. Well, I know this, I need to make sure I'm spending time with those leaders as much time as possible. Like you said, getting to know what their why is, getting to know their family, getting to know this, getting to know that, going out to eat with them, doing different things so that they can be around me and see how I'm building this business very fast and what I'm saying. And even if it took you 3 years, 3 years to have 20 leaders out of the thousands of people in your organization, maybe 10,000, it could be in 3 years, right? Because that's how fast this business is moving for many of us. Even if it took you 3 years and in 3 years you had a multi-million dollar business, it will be well worth it. So again, my tip for everyone, and I'm gonna preach the same thing: leadership, and hold yourself accountable to being the leader that you want to attract, and hurry up and develop leaders so that you can start compounding and you can really experience what many of us have experienced, and even others have experienced more than us have experienced. And that's my nugget for today.
Well, thank you, Milton. I'm going to end the call on this, folks. I'm going to tell you what it takes right from the heart. Every morning I wake up like I'm broke, like I don't have a penny to my name. If I fail, I'm letting my family down. See, I'm all about my why. My wife, my beautiful wife, Lella, my children, my grandkids. See, what we have right here, if I'm not hungry every day, and sometimes I got to trick myself to push myself to help more people, to reach out to more people, to get more people on calls, share my belief. But it's the hunger that each and every one of us have inside of us that's going to drive you to win in this company. Make no mistake about it. If you don't have the hunger, it'll be, I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it the next day. Well, tomorrow will never, ever come for you. And that's why Milton and everybody that's blowing this business up has a sense of urgency with a 911 emergency. See, I want to push everybody on this Zoom to challenge yourself to get out. If you have 20 people in your business and I hear calls, oh, I got to get these people moving, they're not doing nothing. I got news for you. They're not going to do nothing. Keep them in the loop, communicate with them, let them know about the Zooms, but do not spend any time wishing and hoping for someone else. Go find a Milton Burt. Go find a Bella Wurzberger. Go find a Kirk Coran or a Julius Weems, because they're out there waiting for you. I love you guys. That was my nugget for today. Have a blessed week. And Julius, let's have some Mojo music.
Well, hey, Jules, real quick before you, I just want to promote the Monday or the Women of Think call tonight at 7 p.m. with host Mary Palumbo, and I believe she's interviewing our president of Think Plus, Phil. So I highly recommend people get on there tonight, 7 p.m.
John's got the time, Milton's on the cloud, Kirk's got that fire, burning with desire, set the bar higher, no one getting tired, Mojo back in style, walk that Monday mile, step into your power, this is our hour, feel the beat in your heart, got that fresh new start, every day a new part, living it like art. Shake off all the blues, no more time to lose. Lace up those shoes, gonna light the fuse. Mojo back in style, walk that Monday mile. Step into your power, this is our hour. Mojo back in style, walk that Monday mile, step into your power, this is our hour. Mojo back in style, walk that Monday mile, step into your power, this is our hour. Feel the beat in your heart, got that fresh new start, every day a new part, living it like art. Shake off all the blues.